welcome back to the Steady Yeti TCG YouTube channel. So today we're going to be playing a deck that's super fun to me. It's a deck that I played a little bit when F was legal. It was really good then, and I played it a little bit since then. There was a list probably 6 to 8 months ago now that got 4th place on a big online tournament, and I picked that list up and played it for a little while. And now with the new set, Perfect Order, this deck is actually very good. And it's very playable, it's very cheap, it's easy to get to, easy to learn. And that deck is Okie Dogi. So it's the Fighting Okie Dogi archetype, which I like a lot. This list is a hair different from some of the others. I really like the Mold Trace in this deck from testing it. It's cheap, easy prize trade for Ogre Pawns. There's a new Terra box deck rolling around that's really good. There's Grass Box, there's the Mega Absol. They're playing Ogre Pawns now. So the Mold Trace puts in a lot of work, especially with the 3 bosses orders. And then we have the Ursaluna and the Cornerstone. There's a lot of decks right now where all their Pokemon have abilities. You can almost just kind of shut them out of games with playing the Cornerstone. It's typically not a line that I enjoy doing due to the fact that I don't want to be that guy to sit behind one attack and do that one attack over and over and over again. I just dealt with, I think it was 12 sobs, so yeah, super fun. But anyways, it's definitely a cool deck, fun deck. It's got its quirks, You're basically a single prize Pokemon, and it has this cool layer effect where if you put a Prism Energy on it, it counts as a Dark and a Fighting, because abilities check different than attack cost. So it counts as a Dark for the ability and a Fighting for the attack cost. So you get a 230 HP, 170 hitting truck, basically. And 170 doesn't sound like a lot, but here's a good example. Bloodburn Ursaluna has weakness to fighting, so it one-shots that. Kangaskhan, Meowth, Pheasantipity. There's a lot of things that's weakness to fighting. Now, yeah, not everything's weakness to fighting. I get it. It is a single prize Pokemon too, though. So if you, for example, Lucario has 340 HP. So if you have to take 2 of these to knock out one Lucario, that prize trade is they got 1 and you got 3, because you'll hit them with the follow-up attack, which I've done that before. And yeah, and with the Babaracle from Perfect Order that just came out, this deck is super smooth, super consistent, super easy to set up. The Legacy Energy almost feels like cheating, because you can set it up on an Okidogi and then they don't get a prize card at all. And the only thing about the deck I don't really like is the Monkey Dory. It's just kind of oddly placed in this deck against decks with Frostlass, so it doesn't see the board much, or it's good sometimes against decks that put like a little bit of damage in play, but they didn't knock out the dog or Lunatone or whatever. And then you could possibly move 30 over to get up a Dude and maybe Mold Trace Ogre Pond to get a 3 prize turn, to give you a line. Another thing is in testing, I was playing 2 Morty's Conviction, and I trimmed one of those down for a Colress Tenacity. Colress Tenacity isn't just a super important card, but there is no way in this deck, other than that Colress Tenacity, to get a special energy. Only having 5, I've watched some other people play the deck and they just took forever to get into one and it got them super far behind. That's not a place I ever want to be in with an aggro style deck like this. So the 1-up Colress Tenacity I think is kind of relevant, and the 2-up Morty's never really felt relevant. Playing 4 Lilies plus the Soul Rock Lunatone line, you hardly ever needed it. But hey, that's the deck. So let's hop into some games here and see what we can get rolling. I like this deck a whole lot. It's very comfortable to play, it's very easy to play, and it really just It just has everything a good Pokemon deck has. I don't really know if this is a go first or go second deck, but I'm going to choose first. Alright. There have been several times too where you have to throw on that dark energy on the Dogi in order to get to the the line, you know, which isn't bad. So rock. Which I kind of want to do that here, that way. What are the odds of them being able to knock me next turn? I was gonna say that way I can get into some higher HP, but I don't really think he'll be able to do 100 and what would be 150 now, and on his first turn he might. That's an old school Pokegear. That looks awesome. Yeah, I do really like the add of Barbaracle in this deck. Super clean card, super fun card. It allows you to ramp really fast. It's fairly consistent. We didn't really get the best opening hand to showcase what the deck's capable of, but well, hopefully this judge will help. But I have seen some crazy stuff, I will tell you. And this could be another one of those games where, like I said, I hate doing it, but we could just throw this cornerstone down and see what they have. I seen he had the... I think the Pokegear for it. Yeah, this, but it has an ability, so... I mean, Cornerstone couldn't attack that either. Or it couldn't attack Cornerstone, excuse me. Of course, he could be a Boss's Orders deck, but we really need to stall anyways for some setup time. One thing I don't want to do though is attach retreat, which I pretty much have to because there's no way to guarantee an air balloon. So I think we'll do that. And then when we get the air balloon, we can put it on the cornerstone. And then probably, let's just, well, I'll go ahead and poke you for a Binacle. Or I could poke you for the Moltres.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty.
I think getting set up.
That's great, but can you ask your friend?
Kind of want to do that because they might want to boss it, which will be give me even more time to stall until I can get set up. Let's do that. And then Lilies for 8. Wow, still no energy, or did get a lot of good draws, so not going to complain at the least. This card is pretty much goated in this deck because you can get any of your basics, but you can also get your evolution line here. So I have a Terragon, so I think I'm going to get an energy and go ahead and attach air balloon here. And we're gonna look, no, attach for turn, so we'll go ahead and pass. I was gonna Lunatone, but in case they judge me again, since I only have 2 cards, there is a little bit of a benefit there for them to do that. I don't want to do. If they have a jamming tower, though, I just noticed that cuts off my air balloon, which is so ironic. I need to pay more attention. He's gonna boss my Teal Mask, which is kind of dirty territory, so I think I'm just going to show him why he should not do that. Get the Barbaracle. It's so ironic too, because I didn't have a way to retreat out of this, and now I do, because he bossed. Okay, bro. Lunatone. Still no Prism Energy. That is wild. He also has 2 Lightning Energy on this Teal Mask. I'm so confused. Oh, yeah, and he has one card in here. Like, he's not doing anything anytime soon. This hand is absolutely asinine, though. And I guess I'll attach and then stone arms. Start getting some damage in. Paragon's such a cool card. This full art looks really sweet too. And he's pretty good. With the Lunatone package, definitely feels like a good card. Alright, now you're bossing a different Pokemon. I really hate that this guy's not getting anything because it does showcase the power of this deck. And it also doesn't help that I'm drawing horribly on top of that. So, is what it is, I guess. I guess every single... You know what? Like, are all my special energies priced? No, literally all of them are there but one, and it just doesn't want to draw. Okay, so let's go and get a proper... Well, probably just to have it, I guess. And... Night Stretcher, Energy, Attach, Stone Arm, just to go ahead and get that one energy away for next turn. Because I mean, I'm not going to sit here and stall forever on this game, but I'm also not conceding because I'm trying to climb my elo rank. There you go. Maybe you'll do something now. Precious Trawler. That's an interesting card so far. What does appear to be some kind of Joltik Raging Bolt deck. I say Raging Bolt because of the fighting. It could just be for an Ogre Pawn. The Cornerstone. I don't know, brother. I know I'm confused as heck, though, what's going on. Because, not much. Oh, heck, it is a Raging Bolt deck. I was thinking, surely it's a Raging Bolt deck. Then it could Crispin, and then we get into some serious territory. Oh, no, he Lilies. That's right. My bad. But he's doing some dancing, so we're getting somewhere. Joltik Bolt is a cool deck, but it's super gimmicky. Like, it's one of those decks that's never seen high meta. And not for any reason of, say, just regular Raging Bolt is more consistent. Although this Cornerstone is not doing much anymore due to the fact that my opponent is on Raging Bolt, so probably won't be messing with that anymore. Other than just free retreating. I guess if we could take a small knockout with it or something, we could. We just had to. Yeah, but hopefully I get to show the resilience of this deck playing against a fairly, decent deck, and both of us getting a really bad draw to start off with. This hand's definitely not telling me that, though. I have no idea what's going on here. I guess we'll throw down the Okie Dogi. Morty's a Soul Rock, I guess. Well, there's a Legacy Energy. That feels pretty good. Stone Arms onto Oki. And then go down Binacle. I'm gonna go get a Fighting Energy. So I can Lunatone. Just to get maxed hand next turn. That way we have everything we possibly need. And then I guess we'll just attack for knockout. I was also kind of hoping to draw into a battle cage there. That's why I went that far into the deck. To cut down on the area 0. The dog is definitely going down. My assumption is an energy to load up Raging Bolt and a ground. Or maybe. Oh, yeah, okay. That's exactly what he's doing. And it makes perfect sense. I have no idea what this deck is doing. Typically it doesn't draw like this. Typically it just gives you everything. That's not necessarily the case today though, is it, boys? Not at all. Fighting Gall. Then I'm going to use these just to try to thin the deck. We have 3 Prism Energy in there. I mean, come on, surely we can hit one. Surely we can hit one. Because I'm really interested in Lunatone, Boss, this Ogre Bond. Okay, finally, thank you. So we'll throw this on the Moltres for retreat. And then Boss the Ogre Bond. And that's a Oko, so next turn we have set up Boss if we need it, but probably Tarragon and Fighting Energy with Dark Energy on the Okadogi. I would like to be able to boss this Ogre Pond too, so we might do something with this Soul Rock, since we have a Lunatone and backup Lunatone Soul Rock, but we'll see. Either way, we're definitely ahead in the prize trade, and it doesn't appear that he's worried about this cornerstone at all, so it's always what you want to see. Now we're to the point though where our deck is thin enough to where we pretty much just have everything all the time. So like we have several lines next turn, like I was talking about. Soul Rock the Ogre Pawn. We could boss the Ogre Pawn with the Moltres. Several lines. He's going to take the knockout on. No, I think he's attaching for Christmas. No, he's just singing that song. Wow. Okay. I hate doing that play because it honestly doesn't benefit me. We'll go ahead and throw the battle page down. And then I guess we can fight and go on for the last energy. Attach it to Soul Rock. And then boss the Overbond. And just take a knockout. I mean, at this point, if I'm my opponent, I'm looking across the board and I'm just like, yeah, he's got it all. And even if I have to grind through ways to find damage to knock out one of their EXs, like, I'm gonna get there before he gets all 5 prizes, even if he takes my cornerstone. So, I don't know. I'd let it go, but this is not one of those situations where I would play them out. I would just acknowledge the lose and keep going. I literally have knockout next turn because he played the Fizz. I mean, unless he just thinks that I don't have anything in my, 10 card hand with only 8 cards left, with a board setup like I do, and 1 prize left, to confidently bench a Pheasantipity and a Kangaskhan. And a Kangaskhan. I'm very surprised. Very surprised. I think we've only played 1 boss. No, we played 2. Okay. Maybe he's thinking I don't have my 3rd boss. I do, because I have 9 cards I'm not available to. But we do have 3rd boss. Always have 3rd boss. GG, brother. That was a crazy start for both of us, though. I had a bunch of cards, but wasn't really drawing anything. He had like no cards and was drawing really bad too. But I definitely felt like I was in the lead that entire game. And the reason being is because I'm playing a single prize deck that hits like a truck, you know, like I said. But oh yay, level 46. But at that same token, like, he very well could have won that game. It would have been a lot harder for them, but they could have. Let's just hop into another game. Probably cut this one short, do about 3 or so videos, or 3 or so games. This deck's self-explanatory. You load up Dogi and you attack with it. If there's anything like an Okrapon, anything, then you pull out your utility pieces. So I went first and it felt pretty bad. I think I'm going to try second this time. If I would have been able to Lilies that turn, that probably would have made a big difference, and I probably would have went faster, so I'll be able to Lilies this turn too. I'm going to start Soul Rock. If anything, it does 70 damage. Pheasantipity. The psychic energy. That makes me wonder. Definitely will start piling some damage on it though. I kind of don't want to. I doubt he's on Monkey Dory. But Psychic is just really confusing. Maybe he's on Dians, he does snore. Ugh, not many people play that deck. Okay, well that could have been a lot better than it was. Let's get a Barnacle. Oh, well. Yeah, won't let me click the Barnacle. Cool. Well, this one let me click the Barnacle? Oh, well, now you let me click the Barnacle. I'm just gonna punch for 70. I kind of want to discard energy to Lunatone, but it's my first turn, so I can wait a little while. And in case we don't get another fighting, we really need that on the dog. Okay, so he's Dragapult. That explains why he has a psychic energy. Luckily, not many items need to be played this turn, because I played them on last turn. A Pokepad would be nice, because we're probably going to get Ichibomb. So being able to Pokepad for Barnacle would be sweet here, but we'll be able to knock it out with Solrock, so we should be chilling still. That card. So I'm going to attach Prism Energy here. I think I'm going to Mortis this Dark Energy. Draw 4. Pretty solid. I'm just glad we're playing some decent games. Last video I made, the games were not the best. There was some lag issues. There was some Pokemon TCG Live bug issues. There was some toxic play from my opponent. Per my opinion, of course, but sobbing for 10 turns in a row is kind of boring. Or excuse me, it was 6 turns. This is kind of where I wish this deck played Premium Power Pro, so I could one-shot this Dracloak right now. That's not super relevant, but it is always something I consider. Or like a 2 of, you know, not like a crazy line, but it appears that they're going to go right back into Badoo and Ichipollen again. Bossed up the Barnacle and then Unfair Stamped. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to knock out the Badoo, but I mean, at what point are you going to just sit there and look at Ichipollen turn after turn? You gotta have the Badoo out of here. I didn't have a situation where I could boss him in something else either, so. I guess I'll throw that down. Just in turn, because this sucks. Mm-hmm. And the opponent is just about doing it all. Air balloon's cool. Doesn't really matter, but I guess I can try. He does have a interesting board state, I will say though, where you can drag a pulp. And he could either kill the Okie Dogi with the Monkey Dory and phase damage, or he could knock out the Soul Rock and the Barnacle. I'm curious to see what he does, if he even does that. But he has a 13 card hand. He's probably going to do that as he proceeds to do it as I'm talking. Risky Ruins. Boss and the Okie Dogi, moving the damage over just like I said. Knocked out the Barnacle. I mean, I just don't think I can catch up from this point. I'll let him have it. I hate being like that, but at this time, like, I mean, I'm trying to set up 2 or 3 things, and he just has a big nasty spread attacker like Dragapult plus the Monkey Dory. Like, it's just one of those things, you know. Sometimes you just know, you know. I wouldn't have pivoted like as soon as I seen like he had a Droopy and a Dracloak or whatever, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to play against that, so I'm gonna concede. I wouldn't do that. But in the case where the guy just has it and I don't, yeah, I'll let you have it, bro. Let's hop into one final game here, though. Hopefully, we get decent draws and a fair opponent. I decided to go second that game, and I think that was better. I guess we'll see on this one. It's the wrap up. Okay. In situations like this, I normally like to start the Soul Rock just because it does more damage off the bat. But since I normally do that, I think I'm going to start the Okie Dogi as a change. Having the double Poke Gear. Oh, look at there. We get a mirror match for the final. That'll be awesome. I did see this really weird... Well, I doubt he's on that. I did see this really weird Lucario deck that was also playing the Okie Dogi. I tried that out. forever ago, and it wasn't very great, but my opponent has it all, and I don't quite, so I guess we'll see how this goes. Probably be for a long game, though, if I were to imagine. Probably attach Dark Energy just to give me some more HP. That way I don't just get one-shotted. Let's see if we can get some. It's not really what I want. Really looking for like a Lily's. Morty's is not quite that either. So let's Lunatone, and I think I'm gonna Boss Binacle for stall. Okay, well we're definitely getting somewhere now. I'm gonna get this Cornerstone. Because if he doesn't have the Cornerstone tech, then that's really good. Because he can only attack me with Soul Rock, and I can load up energies on my Cornerstone by this time. Of course, he's probably also playing 3 or 4 balls, like I am, but... Let's go ahead and pass turn. I almost want to play a version of this that has a psychic attacker as well for the mirror match. I mean, the deck's really good against all of the psychic weakness stuff. Dragapult is pretty menacing, but something of the nature of like a Lily's Clefairy in here just to help with the Dragapult matchup. And then it'd also be good against Lucario in the mirror match. Okay, let's see. I trust that I can get into some sort of recursion. I think I'm going to Soul Rock and then Morty's. Or excuse me, Lunatone and then Morty's. If I don't, this is really bad here, but... Okay, well. I'm probably not even going to Morty's at this point. Stone Arm. The dog. And then probably Lily's. Cool. And then knock out his Binacle, I guess. Kinda wanna get down second Binacle, that way if I need to load this up, I can try to do that next turn. I don't have second Binacle. I do have second Binacle though. Put down the second dog. Use use the cornerstone as a lag at the end of the game, I guess. So I'm assuming he hasn't played it yet. And if he does, then that means we will both just sit there until we get a good draw. I definitely need to start playing faster this because this is going to be a long game. My opponent has roughly a minute on me. Lost my sparkle. That sucks. I thought about bossing Monkey there, just because he would have to retreat. And the Monkey setup is actually a pretty good tempo shift here, since we don't do knockout damage. But also, if he doesn't have the cornerstone, then that's pretty much how I'll take this game, so I'm just going to keep cornerstoning. Like I said, I hate to be that way, it's part of the game. I think it's funny that both players have loads of cards in their hand because neither of them play Judge. That Lunatone placement is very interesting. I guess he's assuming, which I can, I'm guessing he's assuming that I can load up this cornerstone, and that's what he wants to sacrifice. Put this out of my hand in case we shuffle back in with Lilies. The Papago. No Papago. Oh, it's in my hands. I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of it. Okay, and then Terragon. And then I think we need to save our Night Stretcher. I was going to Lunatone Stretcher, but I think I'm going to save it and then take a knock on this Lunatone. Get the super cool Lucario ETB sleeves. Only thing I'm worried about is if he does have Cornerstone and he's sandbagging it or holding it until further notice. That kind of worries me because I don't have many bosses left and he does, so he probably will. Or no, he's probably played most of his bosses too, actually. No, he's only played one. I thought he's played two. So he's got two bosses. Well, he had two bosses left. So that would be slightly worrying play. But he should have one boss left now. And I have one boss left, so we should be in the trending direction of winning, per se. Now, with that in mind, if you notice at the clock, I have already outpaced him, so if for whatever reason this becomes a time thing, which, Lord, I hope it doesn't, because I really don't want to sit here for another 30 minutes playing this one game. But, yeah, that is something we'll be able to do. Is outpace on time, but I really don't want to do that. It also appears that my opponent either hit a lag or was considering what he was going to do or something. So he was waiting there for a good second. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw down the Barnacle and Lilies, just because I really don't want to look at all this. Okay. Zero energy in the discard. Was. Okay. Probably air balloon here. And this attack. Unfortunately, it's not knockout, but it is what it is. I hope he doesn't deck himself. It's definitely getting there. Well, there's the Moltres, so unless his Cornerstone is prized, it appears he's playing about the same list I am. So if he's playing the Cornerstone, then it's prized, or he just doesn't want to be as degenerate as to me. Or, honestly, I didn't even think about Moltres, but that is a very good attack that just happened for him. That's solid play right there. I don't think he can knock it out. It does one, two. No, we're nowhere near knockout. He did a good little chunk though, I'll give it to him. Attach here. I don't want to put this air balloon somewhere. I don't know where they're going, I guess. And Lilies. So I'm just gonna knock this out and then hope he doesn't Hope he's not able to stretcher recover next turn. That means he'd also have to retreat. So we're probably looking at if he had that line, he probably would have brought up the monkey dory because it's the only one he's able to retreat, unless he had an air balloon. Unfortunately, he is going to take the knockout with this soul rock though on the cornerstone, so it is what it is. You know, like at the time, like I can't be upset about it because he definitely put in plenty of work. I wish I would have got a prize or two before Words, but if that wasn't. If it's where he wasn't playing the same style of list I was with the Moltres to get to that point, then I think we would have been pretty gravy. And I respect him a lot for being able to figure out the line. It shows he's a fairly decent player. I'll be honest, I wish he would hurry up a little bit, but still, he did a good job. We're probably just gonna knock out the soul rock, but if I could reload that cornerstone, that'd feel so cheeky. I really don't want to be that guy though. He also does have 20 cards in his hand, so he's probably not slow playing to actually slow play, or because he's a slow player, he's probably just trying to look through his entire hand and see, like, okay, what am I doing? Second Monkey Dory is very interesting here and sucks. That's actually very bad for me. I mean, that's pretty much losing territory, but not gonna quite concede yet. So I still don't understand why he hasn't lilies yet. I guess he's trying to win through it. I'm also, I don't know why he didn't take the knockout on this dog. I definitely would have done that, and that kind of irritates me that he didn't, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he didn't have to. It's just probably what I would have done. But a nice treacherous is powerful, I guess. dragon. I was hoping to use the Terragon to get back Cornerstone and start loading it up this turn, but can't really do that. Where do I want to put monkey damage at? It really gonna knock me out. This makes no sense why he did that. I guess I'm gonna put it. Here. Okay. Unless he's just big burning me, I don't get it. Oh, well, that's what it is. GG's. Maybe I should have just stalled there to possibly try to get a win or something, but hey, yeah, that's the deck. I like the deck. I think just practically a little bit of skill issue on my end of playing the deck, although it is pretty smooth, straightforward, and simple. It's just certain lines and all that I'm not super comfortable with, but I think this is a very good list if you were comfortable with, if you wanted to become comfortable playing the deck. The battle cages are really important right now, along with the Binacle, Cornerstone Engine, I believe, and the Moltres. This just kind of checks all the boxes for the deck. I do like the lines of the Cornerstone Monkey Dory for the smaller single prizes decks like that. But earlier when I was talking about that, that's not super common, so that's not something I feel like you'd see a whole lot. But for now, I am going to head out, and I hope y'all enjoy the content, and if you do, always like and subscribe. Thank you.